Hi everyone, welcome in SAS programming in 90 days. Welcome in SAS Fire. So we continue with the SAS Fire session. Today is day 16. So so in the last session, from the last two or three sessions, we are doing continuous with this SAS Visual Analytics in the Explore and Visualize option. Okay, so now we are going more deep in the Explore and Visualization. So we are doing objects. So what is the object in the visualization? So we have some objects controls. In the objects we are doing controls. In the controls, what we are doing, a control is an object that filter or narrows the scope of data that you currently viewing. So first option is button bar control. Specify that you want to require users to make a selection in button bar. Okay, so let's see all the controls in this as via. Okay, this is my SAS via drive, so I log in SAS drive. Okay, now I'm going into the explore and the visualize. Now I'm in the explore and the visualize. By default they're showing the report one name. Okay, so now they're showing select your data. Okay, so I'm selecting my data. So I'm taking the okay bank customers data we have. So same, I'm taking these bank customers data. Okay, 20 columns and rows 483 in my database. Then okay. Okay, so now my data is here. You know about the data. In the data we have the category and we have the measures. So in the category, this sign is for the character, and this for the this calendar is for the date and time, and measures are the your numeric one. Okay, this is the numeric, this is the aggregate measures also numeric. Okay, so this is a numeric data that you are viewing in the means. In the category we have two types of data. First of all, your character data and your date and time data. Okay, so this is about the data. Next we are coming in the objects. Okay, so today we are doing the objects. So first of all, we are creating one data. Okay, so I'm creating some cross table. Okay, so first I'm taking the, let's suppose I'm taking some date. Okay, so first of all I'm changing the date. Okay, so I click on the open date. Okay, if you click on the this date, okay, now you can see here we have the date format. Okay, if you want to change date format, so you need to click on this pencil sign. So I'm taking this mmyy. 1 minute, I'm taking this date. Okay, so this is the format of the date. Okay, here we have date format is date and time. No, date. Here what we have. Okay, so I'm taking this date. Okay, so 25 Jan 2014 is good. Okay, then okay. Okay, now we have the date. So okay, I'm dragging the date here, and what I want more here. So I want the income, and more I want. Okay, and I want the job status also. And now I'm changing this as a cross table. Okay, cross tab, sorry. Okay, so this is my converted in the cross tab. Okay, 1 minute, I'm adding the job status also here. Okay, job status is here. Or if you want the lifestyle I added. If you want email is added. Okay, so because the table is related to the, okay, and the gender also we drag it. Okay, now we have this my table. Okay, so table is here, but I want more here. So I want one graph also here. So small option is not coming because okay, this is here. Okay, so this is my table. Okay, next what we want more here. Okay, I want one histogram. uh so I want one graph is related to HH income. Okay, by default they automatically will be calculate. Okay, let's suppose if you want to change income, because by default this income is showing as the sum. Okay, if you drag it now you can see here the income is showing as a sum. Okay, so category geography you want, so measures I want measure is means number, category means your the this will be convert into the character data. Okay, and next is numeric. Numeric is good because this is my numeric. And now next is the you want the default sum, average or sum. Okay, let's suppose I click on the average. Now this is the average. Okay, uh, let's leave it as a sum. So this is a sum. Okay, if you want to change measures into you want to into the character, so you can convert into character here. And also if you want the sum, average, mean, count, minimum number, median, maximum, so you can change it. Okay, so this is about the data. Okay, now let's come back to the topic. Okay, so okay, so here I want one object here. Okay, expand the page controls. Okay, so expand for the page control, so I expanded. Okay, so next I want the one control here. So controls that is available in the objects, I click in the objects. Okay, now I'm going back down to the controls. Okay, this is my controls. Okay, so first we are using the button bar. Okay, so button bar is specifically for the okay, so let's suppose if you want, if you have some specific data. Okay, so I click on the assign data. So if you want from the here you want to assign, so you can, else you need to click on the roles option. By default they automatically they will be show. Okay, so in this button I want for the gender, gender is not the gender. So okay, job status. Okay, so because two items are there, so I drag it the job status here, or here you can drag it. Okay, so now you can see here we have the job status here. Okay, and this is a link data. Okay, let's suppose if you click here anytime, let's suppose I click on the full time. Okay, by default they showing the full time data. Okay, and if I click on the part time, they will be showing the part time data. Okay, so controls are basically used for filter or filter the data. Okay, because with these controls we can easily see what is doing on my page. Okay, so if I want to see particular data, so I can click here the full time or part time, so I can see easily where is my data. Okay, so if you want to filter your data, so you can filter it from the these controls. Okay, so this is about the filter. Okay, so this is for the this is the button. Okay, button bar for the if you have the specific things, so you can use the button. If you have two or three or four five, so that is button is fine. Okay, so if you have many things to filter, so you can use the drop down. Okay, so what is a drop down? Drop down is specify that you want to require a users to make a selection in the drop down list. Okay, so let's suppose in this data we have also something that is okay. So for the drop down, let's suppose you have the city, you can put it into the drop down list because that is easy to drag it. Okay, so because many things are there, so we can add the city here. City is good. Okay, so I added the city. So if you drag it down, let's view the full page. Okay, so city is here. So let's suppose if you select, so now you can see here we have the list of the city. So you can select particular city and you can see that data of the that city. Okay, clear filter. Okay, so this is about the filter data with the drop down list. Okay, so we can also add the drop down list and use if user want to see specific data, so they can filter it with the drop down list. Okay, so after the drop down, next what we have in this as file list control. Okay, so list is specify that you want to require users to make a selection in the list if you select the option at least one checkbox, you must always be selected. Okay, so this is a list. You can select multiple things here. Okay, in the list. Okay, so list is added here because the size is big of the list. Okay, so in the list you can select multiple values. Okay, so let's suppose I'm taking the example of the account type. Okay, so account type I selected here. Okay, let's suppose I want the chk account and the account details data. Okay, so I selected chk. Now we have chk. Okay, and let's suppose I'm looking for the saving account, so they will be show only for the saving one. Okay, okay, so if I select saving, okay, because right now my city and these are selected. Okay, so let's suppose if I select the saving, so they will be showing the saving account data. If I select the multiple ones, so they will be show the multiples data. Okay, so you have to click here include only selections. Okay, convert it to filter, correct. Okay, so this is how we are including the this filter. Okay, that is not coming in the above. Okay, no issue. So this is how we are using the list data. Okay, next is slider bar control. Okay, slider control is enable you to specify whether your value is slider or single value or range. Okay, slider is basically we are using for the date and time feature. Okay, let's suppose you have some dates, so you can put this slider is very easy and very useful when we are using the some dates data or some range data. Okay, so let's suppose I'm assigning the measures date. Okay, open date we have. Okay, also you can assign the salary also, so salary is also fine. Okay, let's suppose I want some specific data from this to this. Okay, so let's suppose 8 May 2006 to this. Also, if you click here on the date, if you click on this point, so you can see here automatically date is highlighted and the calendar sign is here. So select date, so you can drop down and you can select the particular date if you want. Okay, else we have these option slider. Okay, so you can slide and you can select, so you can select multiple range here. Okay, let's suppose if I add if I'm adding these as the, if I'm removing this one and now I'm adding the income. Okay, so because income range is very big. Okay, now we have the income range from 8,000 to uh 2 lakh 3,000. Okay, so that is very easy to select a particular customers that have the range of, let's suppose 11 1 lakh 42,000 to 2 lakh 3,000. Okay, so this is a very useful slider. So slider is basically we are using for if we have the time series data or if we have some range data. Okay, so if you have to select particular range from, let's suppose I want to select from 10 to 100 or 8,000 to 2 lakh salary employee, so that is very useful for the range option. Okay, if you want to manually input something, so you can input the value. Okay, so that is also valid. Okay, let's suppose 10,000 to 20,000 or 2 lakh 3,000. Okay, so this is about this slider. Okay, next the last option is there, that is the text input control. Okay, so text input control is enable you to input the text here. Okay, so I'm dropping the text input here. Okay, so assign data, so I'm assigning the, let's suppose gender. Okay, then close. Okay, let's suppose now they are saying so let's going into the big page. Okay, now they're saying enter gender. Let's suppose if I enter the gender M, if I enter, then according to this, so okay, according to this we have M male male customers, we have the part time or let's suppose full time I selected. Okay, full time we have, and this is the data of the full time. Okay, and this is for the M, for the gender M. Okay, if I remove it, now your data is sorted. Let's suppose I'm looking for the females related data, so we are writing the F in the gender. Now you can see here we have this F related data. Okay, let's move it. Okay, so this is how we are using the controls in the SAS via in the object tabs. Okay, button bar, drop down list and slider, and the text input. Thank you.